So I'm going to briefly show you how the calendar function works with Google Classroom. So I just made a fake Google Classroom here, and the classroom calendar, which you'll see over here, there's a calendar that will provide a summary of all the classes you teach, or you can pick specific classes. But the way that this calendar is populated is through Classroom. It's not through your regular calendar in your Google Apps. You'll see I have one here for my test class that I'm using here, but that's because I made an assignment actually in Classroom. So if I post something here in my calendar, it will not show up in my classroom or on this calendar. So let me show you how you get items on this calendar. I'm going to go to my test class, and what I need to do is I need to either ask a question or create an assignment. I'm going to do an assignment just because that makes sense to me. So let's say my assignment is, tonight's homework, and I'll say something like, read chapter 1 and answer response questions. Now here's where it comes up on the calendar. Notice there's a due date. So I am going to pick a due date. I'm going to change it. Let's say the due date is on Wednesday. And I can even specify a time, but I'm just going to say it's due here. Now notice I can also link things. So maybe I would link the response question worksheet by either uploading it or attaching a file from Google Drive, or I can just leave it as is. I don't need to attach anything to this. So I'm going to go ahead and assign this. And don't forget that you can also schedule to assign things. So you could actually plan out your week worth of homework and schedule it to post at a later date, like that evening or the next day. So don't forget you can do that. But I'm just going to do assign. And there it is. And students can mark it as done once they've done it. They don't necessarily have to, but it's nice for them to look at Classroom and see what they have. So let's go back to the calendar now. And you'll see there it is, Wednesday, assignment, tonight's homework. And now, if I go to my calendar, you'll see it's updated right there. So really, this calendar is more used for the teacher end, although on students' Google Calendar, this will show up as well. So they'll be able to look at their Google Calendar and see it, or they can look at their calendar right in Google Classroom. So I hope that answers your question, and if you have any others, don't hesitate to ask.